Hey! Good morning. It is for me, it's 9 a.m. and it's officially the Monday of the last week that I am an au pair. I think you can see by my facial expression, I can still not believe it. I don't feel it yet, but that kind of rang the bell with ding, ding, ding. You never made an update on your travel month because my last travel month update that's online is like not accurate at all anymore. Like I'm doing a totally different thing. So maybe I'll do the update, maybe I won't. Let's see how much time I have because I am obviously in the midst of packing. As you can see, like nothing's on my wall anymore. There's nothing's on my shelf. There's nothing on my shelf. There's nothing on that shelf. And like there's so much on the kitchen counter because I try to organize everything and my clothes in a suitcase on the floor. It's a mess, but today I wanted to talk about how much I saved up for my travel month because one of my biggest tips were, of course, to put aside money. And I don't remember if I talked about this in the video, but for every week of this year, I put aside $125. And I put those in here because unfortunately I was not allowed to have a savings account with my bank. So I just took out every so many weeks the amount of money that I needed to take out for it to be accurate. And I put it in this little saving pouch. But that's not the only thing I did. From the start that I came here, I've been saving up my quarters at the end of the week. All of the quarters that I would have in my little purse, I would put in this glass jar. It's time to count them. I don't know how many there are. My guess is that it's going to be around $20. We will see, we'll see. Let's start with this pouch because I have found this to be very useful. So I'm going to walk you through it. I obviously decorated it myself with like nice rainbow cards and stuff. This is actually a tax return and it's a check. My first and only check I have ever gotten that I'll have to deposit at the ATM today because I don't have any other way of doing it. And then I'm going to show you how I saved up for the longest time. This is for vacay, but that was just for different vacations, like things I would do throughout the year, which I obviously now have used up. But at some point it had $300 in it. This was for when people had their birthdays. I would give them something, so I would always have like a little backup to be able to have enough money for everyone's birthdays. But now everyone's birthdays have been, so that's over. This is the money I've saved for my flights back. It still says Hawaii needs, but I'm not going to Hawaii anymore. Stay tuned for me telling you where I am going. The things that you need for going on your travel month kind of stay the same. That's money that I'm saving for that. And then stuff to take back that I need. And because I will be traveling back with 2 big suitcases instead of 1 big suitcase, I already saved some money in here to pay at the airport because I will have to pay extra money to get the suitcase. These are taxes. By the way, ignore these numbers because they don't mean anything. Last year they did, but for this year they don't mean anything. I just didn't bother to change the front page of each pocket. So, and here I have saved pretty much the whole amount that I will have to pay in taxes over this year. It's about 10 to 12% of my income, I believe. I'm not completely sure. For the weeks that I've worked, I believe it's 26 weeks. That might be off by a certain percentage. That's what the disclaimer is for in the beginning. Don't take me too seriously. Yeah, as an au pair, you have to pay taxes, so a certain percentage of that goes out, and I believe I will have to pay around $600 and something in the next year over this year. I've saved almost that whole amount in here already. And this is my travel month pocket. And it says in Dutch, sparen baby, which means you better save, girl. You better save, babe. So I had to get some of it out already to pay for my travel month expenses, like my flight, like the booking of the trip that we're gonna do, like hotels and stuff. So some of it has already been used. Most of it is still in here. And the last 4 or 5 weeks, I didn't take anything out of my account. So there's about $600 in my account that should have gone, or like you can imagine should have gone in here, but of course we're turning it around because I'm not gonna walk around with this much cash. We're gonna put this in my bank account. And that's it. So that's that. I will count it and bring it to the ATM because I have 2 more hours before I have to start working, and a walk to the ATM and back is around 20 minutes up there, 20 minutes back. That's some good activity for this morning. We'll see. I'm not sure if I can bring this to the bank and I'm gonna keep some for if I need to wash my clothes. Let's count. As you can see, I made these lines. These are lines of 10. Ooh, $3.50, and this 5-cent came out of there somewhere. So I believe it's $10, $20, 21, 22, 23, 23.50, 23.55 that I've saved over my whole time of being here. And I just realized that it might be nice to take them to the local co-op and ask if they can use them. If you work as a cashier, it's always nice to have coins. I think that's a good idea. But now I'm gonna count this so that I can see if the ATM counts everything well as well. So let's start doing that. So I counted everything, and I don't think I've ever been in the presence of this much cash. So I'm kind of hesitant to show you, and it's $200 for the travel, which I'm not gonna put in the ATM. I'm gonna like leave that aside because I think it's a good idea to have cash. Then I have saved $500 for tax already, which is gonna have another $100 on it for what I worked this last month. And then there's $1,450 aside from my travel month still. On top of that, what's on my account for my travel month still. I'm like, so yeah, we're gonna bring that to the ATM right now. I'm gonna calculate how much money is left after I take off the tax money and what I still have to pay. Oh, I'm sorry, you went slightly this way. How much I still have to pay and things I wanna put aside for the activities and tips that I wanna be able to give. Yeah, and then I'll let you know how much I've left. Like actually spending money. This is ridiculous. I'm so incredibly proud of myself. Oh my goodness. I was like, as you can see, I am and I was still shaking. This is ridiculous, but I'm really proud of myself for having been able to save this much money. This is great. Okay, let's go. Let's go. We rennen naar de geldautomaat om het te storten.
Voorzichtig. Niet rennen.
Nee, ik ga niet rennen. Nee.
Thank you so much.
I'm so glad I could give them to you.
Yeah?
Yeah,
And
that's awesome.
Just good for it to
Yeah. Thank you so
in the
much.
coin wrap.
Hey, so I'm back. Luckily to go up, really needed some coins. And then I went to the ATM and put in everything. The check was just like for $8 or something, so there's nothing like big for that. But what I was able to save makes me really proud to say, but this is what I have left now. After I already had taken out some for paying for the tour that I'll be doing and the flight. But this is what I have right now as of finishing my au pair year. This is what I have. That's just amazing. But then you have to think about some things like taxes. They have to get off of this amount. And I know I'll be having to pay around $620 maybe, depends on how they're gonna calculate it. Last year I see them fogging up a little bit. It's hot outside in Philly, you guys. It really is. Then there's the activities that we'll be doing at the tour. I took like the amounts of money that it would cost to pay for tickets, or maybe like going there and back, souvenirs I would like to buy and stuff. That amount comes out to roughly this, so that also has to get off of there. And then there is food that I have to take into consideration, and I thought about how many times I'll have to do breakfast, dinner, and lunch. That's not included in the tour that I'll be doing. That's this amount. So these three together have to still get off of that amount, and my one hotel night also has to get off of that amount. Then I'm left with this for my 20 days that I will still be here. So that is a really nice average of spending throughout like the rest of my time here. So I'm really happy I did that. I'm really glad I started saving and took it seriously. So yeah, that's it. That's what I saved as an au pair. I'm so excited about starting traveling on Friday. I'll take you guys with me, of course. Probably edit the videos when I'm home. There will be so much happening. I don't really have time. I also won't be taking my laptop. But I really hope you'll come along. I really hope it's going to be so much fun and I'll make good friends with the girls who are going to travel with us. So I'll see you then, okay? You know what you need to do when you like this video, right? Okay. Bye!
The camera only just recognized who I was. And then there's a hair on it. Sorry. I'm sorry. I have a lot of hair, as you might have noticed. I have to get over my morning voice before I do these kind of things.